For problem 4, no? So this is a special sales order problem. So ang unang requirement niya is computin daw yung manufacturing cost per unit under the two levels, no? 60,000 units at 40,000 units. So for our solution, we have para dun sa 40,000 units, balikan lang natin yung problem. So ang total manufacturing cost natin as shown there is 440,000. So divide mo lang siya sa number of units. So ayan, 440,000 divided by 40,000. Same procedure for the 60,000 units. No? 600,000 divided by 60,000 units. So that's $10 per unit. So for letter B is pinapa-explain sa atin bakit daw nag-decrease yung manufacturing cost per unit, no? From $11 to $10 nung nag-increase tayo ng production from 40,000 to 60,000 units. So, ang explanation natin dyan, the change in unit cost is due to the allocation of fixed cost to different number of units. No? So, ang sinasabi natin is, kaya siya bumaba ay mas maraming units kasi yung na-allocatean ng fixed cost dun sa 60,000 units compared to 40,000 units. No? Mas malaki yung denominator. So, patunayan natin with our supporting computation here. So, let's use high-low method first to compute for the variable cost per unit at saka yung total fixed cost. So, variable cost per unit is overhead at high level minus overhead at low level, all over units at high level minus units at low level. So, ginamit natin yung given sa problem. So, sinubstitute lang natin dyan. Okay? So, by substitution and algebraic manipulation, makuha natin ang variable cost per unit ay $3. So, gamitin natin yung isang level. Ang ginamit ko dito yung 40,000 units para makuha yung fixed cost. So, at 40,000 units, ang ating overhead is 240,000. Pakita natin dito. So, ayan. So, at 40,000 units, ang overhead natin 240,000. Ibawas natin yung fixed cost. No? So, 240,000 less 3, or rather, ibawas natin yung variable cost. No? So, 240,000 less $3 times 40,000 units. So, you get total fixed cost of 120,000. So, let's compute for the unit fixed cost at 40,000. So, yung 120,000 units, i-divide natin sa 40,000, we'll get $3 per unit of fixed cost kung 40,000 yung units. Kung 60,000 naman yung units, 120,000 divided by 60,000, you'll get a fixed cost per unit of $2 per unit. So, dyan ang galing yung difference na $1. $3 less $2, $1 yung difference, which is consistent dun sa difference sa letter A, 11 minus 10. For letter C, pinapakompute sa atin magkaano daw yung magiging epekto sa net income kung i-accept natin yung special order at $9. No? At pinapakompute din sa atin yung minimum bid price. So let's compute for the direct cost or direct materials per unit. So ang ginamit ko dito ay yung 40,000 level. So base doon sa 40,000 level, ang direct cost or direct materials per unit ay $2. No? You divide 80,000 by 40,000. No? For direct labor, 120,000 divided by 40,000. So that's $3 per unit. No? Yan yung makikita natin dyan sa table sa 40,000 units. No? I-divide mo lang lahat yung total materials at total labor by the number of units. No? 80 divided by 40, 120 divided by 40 as shown here. And then, na-compute natin kanina yung variable overhead na $3. No? Hindi po relevant yung fixed overhead kasi yung fixed overhead, yung total niya, the same pa rin naman kahit entertain o hindi yung special sales order. So, irrelevant siya. So, yan lang po yung relevant. No? Yung direct materials, direct labor, at variable overhead. So, ibig sabihin, ang incremental cost per unit, no? Yung total unit variable cost ay $8. Yun din po yung minimum bid price. No? Kapag inaccept natin yung special sales order at $8 per unit, break even po tayo doon. No, wala tayong tubo, hindi din naman lugi. Kaya yung minimum bid price, no, $8 per unit. Ngayon, ang sabi sa problem, i-accept daw natin ng $9 per unit. So, ano daw ang epekto sa net income? Additional contribution margin, kung i-accept at $9 per unit, so ayan, $9 na selling price less $8 na variable cost, so that's yung unit contribution margin mo, $1, times 20,000, so ang epekto sa net income, madadagdagan tayo ng $20,000. For letter D, balikan ko lang yung details ng letter D, yung tanong niya doon. What would be the total opportunity cost if by accepting the special order, the company lost sales of 5,000 units to its regular customers? Assume the preceding facts plus a normal selling price of $20 per unit. Should the company accept the special order? So what if daw kung i-accept yung special order, ay mawawala naman tayo ng 5,000 regular customer? Ano daw yung opportunity cost at anong epekto sa net income? So let's now compute. For letter D, no? Kagaya nga nung na-compute natin sa letter C, magkakaroon tayo ng additional contribution margin from the special order na 20,000. Kaya lang, ito yung opportunity cost natin, yung lost contribution margin from regular sales. Diba, regular sales daw, $20 ang isa, less variable cost per unit na $8 times 5,000 units na nawala. So, by analysis, mawawalan tayo ng $60,000 na tubo dun sa 5,000 customer na mawawala. No? So, yun yung opportunity cost. No? So, all in all, pag pinag-combine natin to, kung i-accept natin yung special order, kapalit ay mawawalan tayo ng 5,000 na regular customer, magkakaroon po tayo ng decrease in net income na $40,000. So at this point, hindi mo dapat i-accept yung special order. No? Kasi mawawalan ka ng net income na $40,000.